Today's class, we are going to continue our problems regarding the analysis of pin-jointed perfect frames. Note down the problem. C, E, this is F. So this is the given frame, and using this given frame, we are going to analyze our structure. Now see here at the joint F, a vertical loading is acting as well as a horizontal loading is acting. And in no way there is no other loading. So with this and the dimensions of this one are, we need to mention the distances also. This is 10 meters, this is 10 meter, this is 10 meter. The height is 10 meters. So total 30 meters span is there. Now, what is the first step? As it is a simple supported frame, first calculate the reactions at RA as well as RB. So to calculate the reactions here, they should be replaced with our unknown, the reaction forces. So the reaction forces are here, this should be R, A, Y, and the force in this direction will be R, A, X. So the thing is, this is R, A, X. Now here the roller support is there, the degrees of freedom are 2, but the reactions are only 1. This is RAX as well as RAY. This is RP. Now you can understand first of all using our equilibrium equations. These three unknowns can be calculated, but however we slightly missed one step. First of all, we should check whether the given frame is pin jointed perfect frame or not. So to calculate whether it is a pin jointed perfect frame or not, how many members are there here? 9. How many joints are there? Total of 6 joints are there. So we are going to analyze the given frame. Before that, we have to check whether the given frame is stable or not. 2j minus 3, 2 into 6 minus 3 is 9. Here, m is equal to 2j minus 3. Hence, the given frame is right on the top. The given frame is perfect pin jointed frame. Which is stable and determinate. Which is stable as well as and determinate. Can analyze with the help of your equations of equilibrium. Now we have already written at a pin joint or at a hinged support, two unknown reactions are available. At a roller support, only one unknown reaction is available. So here, how many? Now sigma fx is equal to 0. Summation of the forces along x direction is equal to 0. That implies RAX plus 100 is equal to 0. Towards right side, it is positive. That implies RAX is equal to minus 100 kilonewtons. Whenever you are writing any value for a force, the corresponding units are to be mentioned. Whether it is newtons or kilonewtons, they are to be mentioned properly. Now afterwards, sigma Fy is equal to 0. RAY plus RB minus 200 is equal to 0. RAY plus RB minus 200 is equal to 0. That implies RAY plus RB is equal to 200 kilonewtons. Now taking moment about sigma m about A is equal to 0. When you take moment about A is equal to 0, anti-clockwise will be considered as negative, clockwise will be considered as positive. RB is there, this RB is anti-clockwise movement, minus RB 30, 30 is the distance, plus here 100 kilonewtons is there, 200 kilonewtons is there. You are taking moment about this point, 100 into 10 plus 100 into 10 plus 200 into 10. 200 into 10 is equal to 0. We are taking moments about the point A. So RB into 10 into 30, it is anti-clockwise. Clockwise is 100 into 10. What is moment? What is the definition of a moment? Is the perpendicular distance between, like when you are taking a point, force into perpendicular distance you can consider. 100 into the perpendicular distance is, this is 10 meters. Whereas for 200, just you take the reference line as well as the where you are taking the moment, also take the reference line at this point as well as the application of the load point. The distance between them is considered as perpendicular distance. Now, from this you can get the value of RB. Now tell me what is the value of RB here?
100
100
kilonewtons, sir.
kilonewtons, sir.
So this is 100 kilonewtons. RB is 100 kilonewtons. So you will get from this RAY is 100 kilonewtons. As RAY plus RB is 200 kilonewton, you can calculate this RAY is equal to 100 kilonewtons. Yes, you got the reactions. After getting the reactions, you can start analyzing your structure. So for to analyze the structure, you have to calculate the free body diagrams at each joint as per method of joints. You have to draw free body diagrams at each joint. Now see this one. What is this angle? Can anyone of you tell me what could be this angle? What is the angle of this one? This is 10 meters. This opposite side is also, this is 10 meters means here also, this is also 10 meters. So 10 by 10, which is nothing but 1. Tan inverse of 1 is nothing but 45 degrees. So this is 45 degrees. This is also 45 degrees. So 45, yes, I can put. So 45 degrees is the angle. Now you take the free body diagram at A. Why can't I take at C or D? When I take at C, the unknown forces are CA, CF, CE, CD. 4 unknown forces are available. As per method of joints rule, at any point, whenever you are drawing the free body diagram, the unknown forces should be equal to 2 or less than 2. The unknown forces reaction, the unknown forces should be 2 or less than 2. Now draw the free body diagram at A. This is R A X. And this angle is 45 degrees. The force here, the force here. So this force is nothing but force in AC, force in AF. force in AC, force in AF. Now see, we have to resolve this along x and y direction. So to resolve this force along x and y direction, this RFAF, FAF cos 45, FAF sin 45 degrees. Now write down the equilibrium equations at a joint. At a joint, only two equilibrium equations are available. Sigma fx is equal to 0 plus RAX plus FAF cos 45. Is there any other force along x direction?
No.
Plus
X square
FAC
plus F
plus FAC is equal to 0. What is the value of RAX? We just calculated the value of RAX, which is minus 100. So minus 100 means here this is minus 100 plus FAF cos 45 plus FAC is equal to 0. This is some equation you can write down. Now writing down sigma Fy is equal to 0 plus FAF sin 45 plus RAY is equal to 0. FAF sin 45, RAY is 100 kilonewtons, so plus 100 is equal to 0. So RAF is equal to 100, sorry, that is FAF, force in member AF. Force in member AF is nothing but 100 by sin 45 is positive. As it is positive, we know positive art is to be considered as tension, negative is to be considered as compression. So this is FAF is tension. Now substitute this equation, FAF equation in this and get the value of FAC. So minus 100 plus 141.42 cos 45 plus FAC is equal to 0. Now the second step is either you can go with the C, but at C how many unknown forces are available. Till now we could able to calculate these two forces. What about this? What about this? What about this? Now here we will, if we go at the free body diagram at F, the three members are meeting. So go for free body diagram at F. So we are drawing the free body diagram at, this is 100 kilonewtons. 100 kilonewtons, this is 200 kilonewtons. Now at this, a force is there, a force is there, a force is there. Initially, all will be assumed as tension. So this is force in EF. What is this angle? This is 45 degrees. Now the force in AF, this can be resolved along x direction as well as y direction. which is cos 45, FAF cos 45, and this can be resolved FAF sin 45. Now writing down the equation, sigma fx is equal to 0 minus FAF cos 45. Why? Because this is negative. Why? FAF cos 45 is going in the left direction. That's why minus FAF cos 45 plus 100. 100 is kilonewton force is acting towards right direction. Plus force in EF is equal to 0. Go to the next one. Sigma Fy is equal to 0. Summation of the forces along y direction is equal to 0. Minus 200 minus FCF minus FAF sin 45. Is there any other force which is acting in the vertical direction? Along the vertical direction, is there any other force? One is 2 point loads that are available. Another one is FCF, which is acting in the downward direction. The next one is FAF sin 45 is equal to C. That means now FCF, FAF. FCF, do we know the value of FCF? FAF, yes, we know the value of FAF. FAF is plus 141.42. Even the class we were class for one. Over 2 minute class. Work also. So here FAF value is 141.42. So substitute that value minus 200 minus FCF minus 141.42 sin 45 is equal to 0. So this 141.42 sin 45 is nothing but what is the value of this? 100.
Minus 299 point.
Minus 99 point something, that is 100 only. This is 100 root 2 into 1 by root 2. So root 2 is cancelled, that is 100 only. So FCF value is nothing but minus 300 kilonewtons, which is compression. Yes, please check it. Here regarding this free body diagram at A, we have written sigma Fy, where FAF sin 45 plus RAY is equal to 0. This is minus. So that's why this value will become it as minus. Yes. Minus 141.42, which is compression. And FAF is minus 141.42. Substitute that value here. Minus only. So if we do any wrong in the sign convention, entire problem becomes wrong only. So this minus 141.42 cos 45 is minus 100 minus 100 minus 200, which will become 200 kilonewtons. 200 kilonewtons will become as tension. Please make a correction. Yeah, that is FAF is minus 100 divided by sin 45. So you will get a value of minus 141.42. And this is FAC is 200 kilonewtons. Now, substitute here FBD at F. This This is nothing but minus FAF cos 45 plus 100 plus FEF is equal to 0. This is, we have to write down this as minus 100. This is minus 141.42 sine 45, and this is nothing but minus of minus, it will become plus. So your value is plus 100. So minus 200 plus 100, entirely the value is, what is the value? So FCF is minus 100 kilonewtons, which is under completion. And substitute the value in the above equation to get your FEF. Here itself you can get it. FAF is nothing but what is the value of FAF? Minus 141.42. So minus of minus 141.42 cos 45 plus 100 plus FEF is equal to 0. Minus of minus, that is plus. So this will be plus 100 plus 100 is plus 200. That implies FEF is minus 200 kilonewtons. Continue with the next one. Now we have to move with the free body diagram in the other point, joint. Now which joint we can take? We can go with your joint E, but at joint E, here how many unknowns are there? This is not, this is known. FEF is calculated, but this is not yet known. This is not yet known. This is not yet calculated. So three unknowns are there. You can't go to this joint. Can't go to this joint. You have to go with whether if I go with the joint C, this joint is calculated. This joint is the magnitude is calculated, whereas this is not calculated. This is not calculated. Two unknowns are there. That's why I go with the joint C. Consider free body diagram at the joint C. So free body diagram at the joint C. What does it mean here? So this is force in CF. I'm always assuming my forces are in tension initially. And if they are negative, then it indicates that they are in compression. This angle is 45 degrees. And this is the force C. Now, this force CE is to be resolved along horizontal direction as FCE cos 45, along vertical direction FCE sin 45. So sigma Fx is equal to 0. What is sigma Fx? Minus FAC is left side negative
minus CAF
plus FCD plus FCE cos 45. Here FAC is only known, FCD, FCE are not known. What is the value of FAC? FAC is minus 200 plus FCD plus FCE cos 45 is equal to 0. So this is FCD plus FCE cos 45 is equal to 200 kilonewtons. FCD plus FCE cos 45 is equal to 200 kilonewtons. Let us go to the next one. Sigma Fy is equal to 0 plus FCE sin 45 plus FCF is equal to 0. FCF is minus 100 kilonewtons. So this is nothing but FCE sin 45 minus 100 is equal to 0. So FCE is equal to 100 by sin 45, which is 141.42 kilonewtons, which is under tension. check the sign convection and check the values, the magnitude of the force also. This is 141.42 kilometers under tension. Substitute this value in the above equation here to get the value of FCD. So to yeah, it's okay. Now, FCD value is also obtained. FCE value is also obtained. Now move to the next joint. How many forces are obtained here? First of all, you calculated this force is obtained, this force is obtained, this force is obtained, this force is obtained, this force is obtained. Now we have remained with now here this either joint D. When you go with joint D, here how many unknowns are there? At joint D, there are three members are available. This is one member, this is another member, and this is another member. But already FCD value is already known. So remaining two unknown forces are there. You can take joint D, and afterwards we can go with joint B to get the force in BE. That's it. Now go with joint D, three body diagram at joint D. So this one, this is force in CD, this is force in BD, this is force in DE. Simply to understand. Here, if you take, if the forces are like this, there is no inclined force. So it means that sigma Fx is equal to 0 minus FCD plus FBD is equal to 0. So that is nothing but FBD is nothing but FCD, which is here it is there, plus 100 kilonewtons, which is tension, which is tension. Now go to sigma Fy is equal to 0. Go to sigma Fy is equal to 0. Guys, how many forces are there along y direction? How many forces are there along y direction? Only one force is there, that is nothing but FDE. There is no force along this one, so FDE is 0. Now go to joint B, FBD, H, joint B. The forces are, this is our joint B. The vertical force of RB is there. A force of FBD is there. And an inclined force is there. This inclined force is force in BE, which is 45 degrees. Which is 45 degrees. Now, what is the force in BD? Plus 100 kilonewtons. This FBE is to be resolved along horizontal. FBE cos 45. FBE sin 45. FBE cos 45 as well as FBE sin 45. Minus, now I am writing sigma Fx is equal to 0. Minus FBD minus FBE cos 45 is equal to 0 minus 100. Why? Because FBD is already 100 minus FBE cos 45 is equal to 0. This FBE is nothing but what is the value of this FBE? Minus 100 by cos 45, which is minus 141.42 kilonewtons, which is under compression. And for all these 9 numbers, represent the magnitude of the force. Length of the member in meters, magnitude of the force is nothing but it means that the value, what is the value? And here negative or positive need not be considered when you are writing magnitude. But whereas nature of the force means if it is positive, that is tension. If it is negative, that is represented by compression. So nature of the force is either tension or compression. That's it. So here represent all the members, how many members are there, as well as the length of the members, then magnitude of the force in the members, nature of the force, everything we need to mention them. Coming to the serial number here, first one, AC. The length of the member is 10 meters. Second member, CD. Third one is BD. Fourth one is AF. Fifth one, BE. Sixth one, CF. Seventh one, C. Eighth one, PE. Ninth one, EF. Coming to the lengths of the members, CD is 10 meters, BD is 10 meters, AF is nothing but, you know, that is 10 meters and 10 meters vertical. So this is 10 into root 2, which is 14.14. So just see, go to the diagram. The diagram itself, you can understand through the diagram itself. Our forces are like this. This is 10 meters, this is 10 meters. So this is square root of 10 square plus 10 square. You can do in your calculator. Square root of 10 square plus 10 square is nothing but 10 root 2, which is 14.14, that is 14.14 meters. E. E is also similar, it is also 14.1. CF, 10 meters. CE is also 14.14. Is diagonal. Diagonal members are 14.14 meters, DE 10 meters, EF 10 meters. Now, the forces in the members, you can write down the forces in the members, compression. All of you, please check the values whether you got the values as correct or not.